Hey guys, so today is yet another update of the David Dobrik drama, and well, not even drama, scandal at this point. It's just like not dramatic, it's just scandalous. Before we get into it, subscribe, hit that bell, like and comment for engagement. Also follow me on my social media, subscribe to my beauty channel, that will all be in description. And if you don't, you will be washing your face and water will start dripping to your elbows, making everything wet. Or if you're not wearing a long sleeve, it will drip down and drip on the floor, and then you're gonna have a wet floor and wet sink and everything else. That's an inconvenience. Let's get into it. A lot more stuff has happened since then, kind of like little updates along the way to show people's character, show how people are behaving in these times. So for example, after David posted his video where he said that he hadn't that he hadn't associated with Dom in multiple years, I believe he said 2017 or 2018, he said he had just distanced himself from Dom. Now, since then, we have all found collectively the fact that in 2020, early 2020, Dom put on an event which was like a party and everyone from the Vlog Squad attended. There are also pictures on Instagram from 2020 of them two posing together. He was still also following Dom the day of the apology, also the morning after, until people started calling it out, and then he unfollowed him. Since then, what's also happened is Jeff deleted the video that he was obviously commenting on the article by Insider. He obviously hadn't read the article when he made that video, and he admitted that himself on the Frenemies podcast. And they basically were like, why is this video still up if you admitted that you didn't read the article? He has now deleted the video, which is good. Good progress. David Dobrik has deleted even more videos. Now he's deleted all of the videos with Trisha Paytas. Obviously, she's the center of kind of like, well, she was for a while the center of this scandal. It's now shifted to other people, but she was the one that mainly was just constantly bringing up David and the Vlog Squad and how toxic it is. So he has now deleted all videos with her, but he has also deleted videos with Liza Koshy. Now, what's happened is old interviews of Liza Koshy's have resurfaced where she talks about this relationship that she was in, and people are assuming it's David Dobrik. The first one is the fact that she was on a podcast and she basically said that she has never had an orgasm, and people find it very funny because she was obviously with David for X amount of years. I think it was 2. So people just found it really funny, and she was like, I'm a really good actress.
You want me to have an orgasm? Out of here, you know? Like
I haven't reached that level yet. No,
have you had an orgasm yet?
No, and I know you have. I've listened to the podcast, but I have not. I have not at all, and I think I'm a wonderful actress.
I know we're doing.
And people just found it hilarious. They were like, wow, she's been cancelling David since before all of this happened. But there is another one where she goes deeper into why the relationship didn't work, and she said that she was putting in effort because she's a people pleaser. It was almost like she was pretending to be someone that she's not in this relationship, and that way they're not really dating you, they're dating a version of you that they want you to be, is the way she kind of phrased it.
I've thought multiple people had loved me at one point. Like, they loved me for me. Wasn't the case. They loved me for the version I was willing to become for them.
Can you repeat that?
I thought they loved me, but they really loved the version of me I was willing to become for them.
So there are multiple clips of her interviews and talking about the relationship, and people are finding like more reasons as to why David isn't a great friend or a great boyfriend or someone to have any kind of relationship with, because it just seems like other things take priority over that. Then Gabby Hanna actually tweeted out, I'm about to get into some legal trouble and I'm gonna like it. And then someone said, is someone about to break an NDA? Because because usually famous people make people around them sign NDAs, so non-disclosure agreements where you don't mention anything you see there unless it's criminal. Just so you guys remember, NDAs don't cover things that are crimes. So if you're at someone's house and they tell you a secret about how they hate another celebrity, that's not a crime, and if you say it, you can be sued. But if you're there and you see them murder someone, NDAs don't work like that. You don't just cover up a crime with an NDA. So if Gabby Hanna saw something that could technically be considered a crime, then an NDA doesn't work. But then she says, I don't sign NDAs. Are you kidding me? So I'm wondering if there's going to be a Gabby Hanna video. Like a story time, like this is why I left the Vlog Squad. Everyone was having a go at me. Everyone was saying that I was the problem. I was the issue, but this is why I left the Vlog Squad. It's because they are toxic and they commit crimes. I was watching the Frenemies podcast, the most recent episode, and Trisha Paytas mentions how Jason sent her a message basically being like, hey, just checking in, how about you call me, with a little heart. And she was like, no, I'm not calling you. And then she got an Instagram DM from him, and then Jason Nash was caught arguing with his girlfriend in the car, and then she gets out of the car, she stays at the on the pavement, and she cries, and he drives off. I think this is really weirdly staged. I feel like that's really weird. Strange situation that seems to be more as a distraction away from what's happening. Maybe some pity points, a little bit of sympathy rather than an actual argument. Because that looks really staged to me, personally. Then actually Big Nick tweeted out saying, I want to publicly thank David Dobrik for calling me today and apologizing. I believe his apology video is sincere. I've learnt in life not to hold grudges and I wish him the best along with the rest of the squad. I'm glad that he called him to privately apologize, even though here's my issue. In the public apology that David just filmed on his channel, he only apologized to the girls that were involved. He didn't apologize to Seth or Nick once. So that whole apology video was purely for the girls, but he didn't actually name Nick or Seth. What I'm saying is, like, I'm glad that he apologized to Nick and I'm glad that Nick accepted his apology, but because Nick wasn't mentioned in the public apology, is it his place to say whether it was sincere or not if it wasn't for him and it was to do with crimes, like actual literal crimes that people were involved in? I feel like, I don't know, just saying that it's sincere when it's not, like, you weren't mentioned in it. But yeah, so he apologized to him privately and I'm glad that they're fine. He is also now not part of the anti-hate campaign that he was on. So David was invited to like an anti-hate, anti-bullying campaign where they talk about how they deal with bullying and hate and how, you know, you should be dealing with hate and bullying and why you shouldn't bully and hate people. And now with all of this coming out with the toxic environment, the crimes, the everything that is being, you know, committed here, obviously the anti-hate and anti-bullying thing wasn't probably the best option. So either he was kicked off or he personally decided to leave. I'm leaning more he was kicked off, or it was like a mutual, hey, I'm gonna go, guys. And they were like, yeah, please get out. We don't want you here anymore. Ali Hardesty, the girl who was affected in VidCon by Dom and then everyone kind of like hated on her. Her career took a big deep dive because of the whole situation. Tweeted out saying, friendly reminder that my Dom video was in 2017, not 2018. Don't know if that was an honest mistake or to shorten the amount of time he continued to platform him afterwards. I have mixed feelings on David Dobrik's apology and I'm sus because Dom lied in his 4 years ago to say whatever would look nice for the camera and never privately reached out to anyone, even though he said he did for the PR. I hope David will handle things differently. And he did technically reach out to Nick privately, so he is starting to do things behind the scenes. I'm hoping he reached out to the girls to make sure that he can maybe offer to help them with something, anything, legal action maybe, cover the costs or something if they want to do that, or just help with anything really, like ask them if they need help, right? Because it's your fault that this really happened. There are also old clips of his podcast that makes it look really bad because there are situations where he talks about girls' interactions with Dom when they're not happy about the interaction. He's like, oh, well, they're a little bit ungrateful. Like, that's the way he kind of makes it sound. He also, there is podcast clips of him talking about that vlog, that specific vlog, which just doesn't look good. There's a podcast that he was on by someone else where he talks about the vlog and makes it sound like he actually visibly saw the act in the bedroom, but now they're all making it sound like when they looked in nothing was happening. So was this all for show? Is he lying, or is he lying now? So there are just a lot of clips that aren't adding up to look very good for David right now, is what I'm saying. On the Frenemies podcast, going back to the Frenemies podcast for a minute to make it a little bit less serious, Trisha Paytas has apologized to Philip DeFranco, which means that that was actually true. So what happened was Trisha in one podcast called Philip DeFranco fat. Philip DeFranco then allegedly, well now not allegedly, but at the time we all were like, oh, allegedly Philip DeFranco messaged Ethan and was like, F you, F Trisha, this is the Trisha rehabilitation program, like you guys are just awful, whatever. And Ethan brings this up on the podcast and Trisha goes off on Phil and it's basically just like talking really badly about him. She then films multiple TikToks about it. People are atting Phil and being like, oh my god, was this you? Were you the one that messaged Ethan aggressively? No one responds. So in the most recent episode, Ethan admits that it was Phil that messaged him about Trisha, and Trisha's like, can I apologize? And the clip's actually really cute. She is really, you know, she's trying her best here, and she's basically just like, yeah, I'm sorry for calling you fat. And apparently his wife had called her a not very nice word to describe her a while ago, which is why she was so angry. And I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize there was so much tea behind the scenes.
Should I apologize to him or no? We're done.
For what?
For calling him fat. I feel bad.
All right, go ahead, make your apology.
I do feel bad. Philip, I held animosity towards you because of interactions with your wife in 2014 who called me a I held that against you. I'm changed. I'm better. I'm not miserable and depressed anymore. You're not fat. If anything, you're skinnier than me. So I am a big fat cow and you're a skinny legend. And I'm very, very sorry.
But yeah, she apologized and Phil changed his name on Twitter to Skinny Legend because she called him a skinny legend. And I'm glad that that's the end of the story. It's just nice that they're getting along now. And that is all for the updates regarding David Dobrik and that whole situation. I feel like, you know, to go from weeks ago, essentially like 2 or 3 weeks ago, where it was just the Seth and the Nick and the Trisha allegations, to now that plus the girls plus Liza plus everyone else, Gabby Hanna, that whole toxic environment of people doing things just for the sake of doing it because David said so and they kind of just have to do it. Like with Trisha admitting that they had to do stuff for money, which I've said I think 2 videos ago, where I remember Corinna didn't have money and she got a tattoo of David and it had to be in a visible place. She got a tattoo of his name or his handle, like an Instagram handle or something, for I believe it was like $500 that he gave her. Trisha drank, she drank pee. She had to, you know, do multiple things. It's like he thought it was like his own circus where he could just be like, you do this and you do that and I'll give you a little bit of money. And it's just like, he really thought he was like the leader of these people. He just got them to do whatever he wanted because they were reliant on him because he never actually paid them, which is the weirdest part. Is this is technically a workplace and workplace rules should be put in place, but he never actually pays them for their appearances in the vlog. You'd think that whoever is in each vlog gets a cut of the vlog, right? So like, oh, today's vlog mentions 5 different people, they'll all get 10% of the vlog and then he gets 50% because it's his channel and, you know, it's his kind of like success that he's now sharing. But they should be getting some kind of a cut, right? But they never got a cut. They would just have their names put in the link in description, and then if they wanted money or needed money for rent or food, he'd be like, get a tattoo of my name on your body if you want $500. I think that's crazy, and it just, from all the allegations, it's all now been put together and it's giving me not very good vibes. I don't know how you can come back from that, because it's like the moment he starts filming with his friends again, everyone's gonna be like, oh, is it toxic again? Is he making them do stuff for money? Are they being paid? Are they being treated well? Like, is there any, like, he's gonna have to really be super careful to the point where like, he's not gonna be able to do anything really, because at this point everyone's gonna just be like, was that, did they say yes to that? Did they want to do that? He's gonna have to get everything in writing at this point, or just be a logical employer and actually employ these people under your company and pay them a salary to be in your vlogs. Like, make this basically a TV show, make this a movie, have, you know, you as the director, producer of this situation, then have employees under you, editors, actors, right? Corinna be an actor, someone be an actor, and they get paid a just standard salary for the year. And then there's a contract where they agree to do specific things, but then you're both covered by the contract. I don't know why this wasn't already put in place. Anyway, you let me know what you think about this whole thing. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, hit that bell, like and comment for engagement, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.